71. The ratio of power density radiated in a particular direction to the power density radiated to the same point by a reference antenna. We call this the directive gain. It is simply the comparison of power density at a particular point to the same point but using a different or a reference antenna. Ang tawag natin doon directive gain. Now, how about the power gain? Power gain is the same as directive gain except that the total power fed to the antenna is used. Okay, so pag nilagay mo na doon sa antenna, meron ka, ang tawag mo na doon is power gain. Okay, kaya nga minsan ang power gain, pagka kinalculate natin, power gain is simply the directive gain multiplied by the antenna efficiency. Okay, so para siyang directive gain. This is the directive gain. Bakit ba G ang nilagay ko? Anyway, this is the directive gain and this is the efficiency. Multiply it together, you have the power gain. Okay, so the answer for number 71, that is letter D, directive gain. 72. The impedance at the ends of a half-wave dipole is approximately, and tatandaan na lang din natin ito. Sa center ng half-wave dipole, it's 73 ohms. But at the ends of a half-wave dipole, that is 2,500 ohms. Di ba sabi natin kanina, ang impedance at the ends of a half-wave dipole is maximum while at the center, it's minimum. So sa center niya ay 73 ohms, sa ends ay 2,500 ohms. So letter D for number 72. Question number 73. The capacitance of the top load increases the shunt capacitance to the ground, which will, okay, the capacitance of the top load increases the shunt capacitance to the ground, which will, anong gagawin kapag na-increase yung shunt capacitance to the ground because of the capacitance of the top load? Ang sagot, reduce the antennas overall. Yun ang sagot. May clue na kayo. Okay? And the answer is reduce the antennas overall capacitance. Letter A. Tandaan po natin yan ha. Baka yan ay lumabas sa board. Kasi lumalabas sa board exam ay mga tipo ng tanong na analyzation, knowing the characteristic of any system, any electronic communication system that is. So, isa ito na pwedeng ibigay sa board exam natin. Okay? 74. A parasitic element that is longer than the driven element and effectively reduces the signal strength in its direction and increases it in the opposite direction. So, ano daw yung parasitic element na yon? As I have said, we have two types of parasitic elements. We have the director and we have the reflector. Now, the director is shorter while the reflector is longer. So, reflector ang tinutukoy niya. Letter C for question number 74. Question number 75. Ito, tatandaan nyo na lang din ito. No? Log periodic antennas have bandwidths of, the answer is 10:1 or greater. Letter C. Okay. Question number 76. How many number of channels per cluster and total channel capacity for a cellular telephone area comprised of 10 clusters with 7 cells in each cluster and 10 channels in each cell? Okay. So, kukunin natin, number 1, yung number of cellular channels available in a cluster. Ay, ang sabi rito, ang isang cluster daw, meron daw 7 cells. So, 7 cells times 10 channels. Tama? Ayan yung sinasabi natin. Ayan, no? So, number of cells in a cluster, we have 7. 7 cells in a cluster. And then, every cell has ilan yung number of full duplex cellular channels niya. you have 10 channels. So 10 channels times 7, that would be 70. So ito na yung dalawang yun. Okay? Pero 10 yung cluster. So 10 times 7 times 10, that would be what? That would be 700. So the answer is letter C. 70 for the number of full duplex cellular channels available in a cluster, and 700 for the total channel capacity in a given area. So letter C is the correct answer. Next, number 77. The angle of inclination for polar orbit is nearly, when we say polar orbit, ang nangyayari ay umiikot ang satellite, assuming that we have a pink Earth. Okay? Ito yung polar caps natin. Yan. Diyan yung polar caps. Umiikot yung satellite doon sa na malapit sa polar caps. No? Eh, ang angle of inclination, anong reference? Yung equator. Yan. Yan yung reference niya. So therefore, kapag umiikot yan near for the polar orbit, the angle of inclination is what? Nearly, obviously, letter D, nearly 90 degrees. So letter D for number 77. Next question, number 78. The vertical angle formed between the direction of travel of an electromagnetic wave radiated from an Earth station antenna pointing directly toward the satellite and the horizontal plane. Okay? So, anong tawag natin doon? Vertical angle formed from the Earth station. So, ito yung Earth station natin. Yan. Tapos, vertical angle formed. Yan. Anong tawag natin dyan? Angle of elevation. Okay, so the correct answer is letter B, angle of elevation. Okay? Okay, next number. Question number 79. It is the science of measuring only light waves that are visible to human eye. Okay, anong tawag dyan? Ophthalmology ba yan? Punta ka ng EO, optical. para makakita ka ng ophthalmologist. Okay? So, hindi ophthalmology, no? Ito yung manggagamot ng mata eh. Okay? It's either photometry or radiometry. Hindi na any of this kasi hindi na pwede yung ophthalmology. So, the answer for this question is photometry. Letter B. Okay? Next, number 80. Which of the following bands of wavelengths used in fiber optics communication has the greater loss? 1,550 nanometer has the least attenuation. Ito yung pinakamalitang attenuation. Ang may pinakamalaking loss ay 850 nanometers. Letter A is the correct answer.